now. I don't know how that can be done. There's some moves that are talking about unchartering, removing their corporations are chartered by the states, that when they don't follow their responsibility that they're supposed to look out for the public welfare, that their charters can be revoked. That might be something to look into. I don't know, just putting some ideas here. In terms of alliance building, I think this is absolutely vital. And one good example is that last Monday, a group of us with Farm Without Harm, which is a group concerned about methyl bromide and pesticides next to the schools. I went to the school for years, and you could throw the ball over the fence and it land on a plastic pole. We've had a lot of teachers die of cancer and kids who have respiratory illnesses. We decided 1 week before to have a meeting with Senator Mello, and it took place the following Monday. There were 100 people there, and it was because of alliances, because we made a list of organizations. Green Party was one, and people got on the phone, and representatives of maybe 15 different environmental groups, Community Alliance for Farmers was one, the organic growers, Farm Without Harm, school teachers. The list went on, and I don't want to belabor it, but it shows when we network together, we can get a lot of people out for something, and I think that's absolutely vital. And I also realize this methyl bromide issue is when DDT use went down, and I was part of a lawsuit and a group of mothers, we had our breast milk tested for DDT. Members of the farm workers had been milk tested. This was in 1969. All of us were hired with a sample of cow's milk. Very distressing. Well, the chemical industry was ready right away with another toxic, and I saw a bar graph. DDT use went down, methyl bromide use went up. So we need to say we want, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We want a safe environment, and we want these toxics out of our lives. We don't want the corporation saying to us that we have to be on this toxic treadmill.
Within your parties, to get enough people involved to really effectively do coalition. Because I know, at least in the Bay Area, there are hundreds of activists that are involved, and there's lots of Greens that are already in themselves in coalition with other organizations on different issues. When you go to meetings, and even when you go to meetings like this, it's like basically pretty much the same group of people. You go to your local meeting, and we talk to ourselves over and over and over again. There's only so much coalescing you can do, because there's only so many places. There's only 7 days in a week. There's only 7 nights in a week. Those few people cannot do a decent job of coalition building for the Green Party for every issue that's in this book. There's no way. There's no way. So what happens is we tend to pick a couple of issues that somebody decides, and the rest of us go along with, to consensus, okay, fine. But that's going to be the priority. When others of us have issues that are near and dear, like the people that are homeless advocates, we almost never get people out as any party, really strongly supporting that issue. And I think part of it is because we don't talk to each other enough, or enough of the people in our parties to decide, first of all, how far we can go. It's like, I can go to a lot of different kind of meetings. I can go to a lot of different kind of meetings. I'm an AIDS activist too. I can go places with ACT UP. I cannot feel confident that I can go with my party button on saying I'm representing my party, regardless of whether we say that, we support issues on HIV and AIDS, because it's so vague in there that, we have not had enough conversation to decide what coalition means within each of our given parties, I would think. For people to know, when they're in coalition as a member of their party, and when they're just there as them.